Hello everyone, in this video we are going to see about the concept of C-square mass. So the C-square mass is similar to the positive edge triggered resistor. C-square mass has an important property that is insensitivity to clock overlap. So it is constructed based on the master slave concept. Basically, C-square mass is constructed using two stages, master stage and another is slave stage. So the master stage is constructed using two PMOS in series with two NMOS. We know that the source of the NMOS is connected to ground and source of the PMOS is connected to VDD. Let us name these as M1, M2, M3 and M4. So the transistors M1 and M4 are given an input D and the input for M is given to the clock and input for M2 is given to the clock inverse. So the output is obtained from this point where it is connected to the load capacitance CL1. This point is name it as X, where this is the intermediate output of the master stage. Let us construct the slave stage. It is similar to the master stage. It has two PMOS and two NMOS in series, where the source is connected to the ground and source of the PMOS is connected to the VDD. Let us name these transistors as M5, M6, M7 and M8. The input for M5 and M8 is taken from the point X, that is the output of the master stage. The input for M7 is given as clock inverse and the input for M6 is given clock. The output is obtained from this point, whereas it is connected to the load capacitance CL2 and this is Q, which is the output of the slave stage. So this is the construction of the C-square mass. Let's move on to the operation of the C-square mass. So we move on to the operation of C-square mass. Basically we need to know two concepts. The one is how CMOS transistor works, and the second concept is clock overlap. So the operation of C-square mass consists of two phases. First phase is when clock is equal to 0 and the second phase involves when clock is equal to 1. Obviously clock inverse is equal to 1 and clock inverse is equal to 0 for clock is equal to 1. Okay, for the first phase, when clock is equal to 0, the M3 and M4 turns on. And the NMOS M2 and M4 turns off. Due to this, the master stage acts as an inverter So the output at X will be D bar. During this time, the transistors M7 and M8 will be in the off position. So the slave stage generally moves to the off stage or hold stage. So we move on to the second phase where clock is equal to 1. And clock inverse is equal to 0. When the clock is equal to 1, the transistors M3 and M4 will be in off position. So the master stage will go to the off stage or hold stage. So the transitions take place in only the slave stage, where M7 and M8 will be on. So the output from the master stage is fed as the input to the slave stage. So it acts as an inverter and gives an output to the Q as D. So this process is similar to the positive edge triggered register, but have a important difference from the positive edge triggered register, that is the insensitivity to the clock overlap that we discussed before. So we move on to the concept that how clock overlap is eliminated by the EC square MOS.